Everyone, it's Autumn. Today I have a haul to film for you. This is very collective. It's over the last several weeks. It's a combination of several different stores and a couple of things that have been sent to me, and I will let you know which items have been sent. But I think there's only 2 or 3 items out of this that have been sent to me. Everything else is what I bought. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with, I don't know, I'll get started with something that I normally don't talk about or buy on here, and that's like, I don't want to call it stationery, but like planner type stuff. And there's been a huge buzz with planners on here. I'm very simple when it comes to my planners, and I just like to get them at Target. And generally, since college, I mean, this is how long it's been, since college, since I used a, what was it, like a, it was always like a school year planner. So the year, it would start in like July, August, end in June. And so that's what I had used since then, and I never got off track because I didn't want to buy a planner and then have a bunch of like gap months, if that makes sense. I finally did that though, and I went ahead because it's almost time for me to get a new planner, you know, because obviously June's coming up, and I was scheduling things and I didn't have a new planner, and I went to go buy one of those school year type planners and they didn't have them out yet. So I went ahead and I picked this up at Target, and what brand is this? This is the Blue Sky, and it's like, I think it's vinyl, it's not leather, but it's like one of those vinyl bound. It did have like one of those really awesome sort of ribbons, like it had a silver ribbon that went through it so you could tell where you were. Mine disappeared like the second day, it didn't stay attached. So yeah, I got this. I really like it, and I'll go to a month that I haven't started writing in yet. But I really like these that have the days like this. I wanted one that also had it separated by hour because I do like to block things off and do it by hour as well. They didn't have one quite like that, but this has the individual days and the month, and at the bottom of every single thing it has like a glance through for the year, so I really like that. So yeah, I picked this up and I'm really happy with it. I think it's really nice. And it's also got a little area in the back for notes and contact information, and then in the front it has like your emergency contact information. So it had everything I really needed in it, but I do wish that you could block the hours as well on it. And then I also picked this up, and this is by Markings by C.R. Gibson. Oh, I've got hair in my mouth. And anyway, this is the passwords book. So it has like the website and then your username, password, and any notes associated with it. And it's got like little tabs, like right here, here, and here, to where you can separate them. So this is for businesses, shopping, social media, favorites, and then there's a blank one down here for anything else, which I think is great. Next thing I got to go along with those are these pens by Sharpie. I did have the Papermate, I think they're by Papermate, and they're called the Flare. And I found that those bled through a little bit. Not all paper, but it did a little bit. So I got these that are a little bit more fine, and I find that these do not bleed through. So I think I'm going to pick more of these up, and I really like them. I've got fun colors. I just picked up a smaller pack. On Amazon, they have like a really big pack I think I may pick up. But it comes with a pink, a peach, a black, a blue, and like a mint color. So I'm really liking these. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about this, although I've hauled these before, and I just wanted to go ahead and let you know. The CVS carries Beauty 360, and these are their cotton squares, and they're just like the Shiseido, although this packaging is slightly different from what I got before. So I'm going to open it up and check and make sure that the quality is the same. Actually, for the first time I got these, the first and second time I got these, it was awesome. The quality does not seem to be as good as the Shiseido in these. So I would say that they were a dupe. However, I just opened them up. They're quite a bit fluffier than the Shiseido, so I don't know if they're going to let lint off, so that's really disappointing. So I have said before that they were a dupe, but now since they have slightly changed the packaging on this, I'm afraid that it's not quite a dupe. They're still very close, but they don't separate as well as I think the Shiseido do, and they're just a bit fluffier. So I think I may have to go back to purchasing Shiseido, but if I'm in a pinch, I know I can pick these up here in town, so that's really disappointing. So I have a Friday focus coming up on different body scrubs and body exfoliants. Sorry, my hair is kind of crazy. It was just up and I took it down. But I have a video on that coming up. So I wanted to pick up some more affordable body scrubs. And the more affordable ones I've always purchased in the past were the ones by Tree Hut. I really like those. However, those have the little plastic bead things in there that are bad for the environment. And those have been made illegal now, so I wonder if they are just taking them out or if they're changing the formulas, what they're doing. So I will look into that in the future. But I wanted to pick these up and try them out. Okay, so I wanted to pick these up and try them out. And this is the Sea Boost Ginger Scrub. And I'll go ahead and open them up. I've used them both already because, again, for the whole testing purpose. This is like a scrub paste almost. It's not one of those duo phase to where all the scrubby sinks to the bottom and the oil is on top. This pretty much stays intact. So you're getting the same amount of oil and scrub each time. And I find that they're both that way. But this ginger one, it's ginger and sugar. It's a sugar scrub. It does have a very strong ginger scent. And then this right here is their, it just says their all over body sea salt scrub. So I didn't really look a lot into the ingredients, and then I picked it up, and this is very heavy in eucalyptus oil. So if you're sensitive to that, I would say don't get it. But if you like Vicks Vapor Rub, this smells just like Vicks. So I think this is going to be the scrub that I'm going to kind of keep around for when I have a cold. So, but yeah, I've been using this a little bit as well to test out, and I will let you guys know about them fully when I do that video. A company did send me a scrub, so I'll go ahead and show that to you. And this is the 100% natural coconut milk body scrub, and this is by Pure Body Naturals, and it's just a coconut sort of scrub, and it smells like coconut. It smells so good. And so I will definitely let you guys know about this as well. This one seems to be a drier scrub. So moving on to skincare, I have some skincare items that I picked up, or that I ordered, I guess. I guess I ordered one, picked one up, and then also some that were sent to me. So the first one I ordered, if you follow me on Instagram, you will have seen this. This is the Elizavecca Milky Piggy Carbonated Bubble Clay Mask. That is the only thing that is English. Everything else on the packaging is in Korean. And so I tried to use the Google Translate for this, and it was crazy. I kind of got the gist of what it was saying, but it was like getting directions from a drunk toddler. But I figured it out. I got it on my face. And just make sure, like, if you want to see what it looks like, I'll try to remember to insert the photo here, but if not, just look on my Instagram. I took several photos of this on my face. It looks crazy. But what this is, it's a clay mask that bubbles up and then it gets really big on the skin. And it's supposed to help with blackheads and pores. And it comes with a little spatula, and then you have like your clay underneath it, and it's very airtight. So it's right there. And it's just crazy how big this stuff gets on your face. So yeah, this is actually really impressive, and it was a lot of fun to use. I don't really know if it has done anything for my skin, but it was really fun. Another thing that I picked up was this at Target. They had a travel beauty section, kind of like what Sephora does. At the beauty portion of Target now, they have an end cap of all travel beauty items, and I've picked up some Pixie items there before to kind of test out. And they have this Laneige duo, and this is a Goodnight Kit ensemble. Okay, yeah, just a Goodnight Kit. And it's for all skin types, and it comes with two different masks. The first one is a Mulberry yogurt repairing mask, and the second one is a water sleeping mask. And you just leave the sleeping mask on all night, and then the other one you obviously take off. So this is the one you put on and take off, and this is the one you just rub into your skin and leave on all night. I haven't tested these yet. I picked these up while I was at Army, thinking that I would just mask while I was in the barracks by myself, but I didn't get around to doing it. So I will definitely check these out and let you guys know. I have a new serum that was sent to me, and this is from the company Valentia, or Valentia. I don't know how to pronounce that. I keep wanting to say Valencia because of the character on Crazy Ex-Girlfriend. I don't know if you guys watch that show. But anyway, this is a Clear Lift Revitalizing Serum, and it says it's supposed to repair, refresh, renew, and it has seaweed in it, gotu kola, lactic acid, licorice, and argan oil. And I just did a video, by the way, talking about glycolic acid, which is an AHA, and this has lactic acid in it, which is an AHA. This one doesn't. Lactic acid is a larger molecule, so it stays more to the surface of the skin instead of going deeper like glycolic acid does. But it kind of has the same effect on the skin with kind of like renewing the complexion. So if you were more sensitive to glycolic acid, this would be a good sort of replacement product if that's something you were interested in. But it's just a serum. It has a bunch of good ingredients in it, and I have tried it out a couple of times, but I haven't tried it long enough to let you know anything about it. So I will test it just a little bit longer and let you know my thoughts in the next couple of weeks. It does have all good ingredients though. It's got argan oil, jojoba oil, vitamin E, licorice, arnica, witch hazel, aloe, lots of good stuff in here. So I will let you guys know. I'm sure you guys have seen this a ton, but Influenster sent me some SK2 facial items to test out, and I got their facial treatment essence, which is in this little bottle. I get an ounce of it. I was super excited when I knew I was getting this, and I watched the Influenster video, and she was using a full-size bottle of this. And those full-size bottles can retail for like well over $100, depending on what size bottle you get. I think there's even one that's like close to $200–300 for the bigger sizes. But this is just a sample size, so I was super excited because I thought I was getting a larger one. But this is still worth like $40–50, which is crazy to me. But anyway, they sent this over for me to test out, so I'll let you guys know about that. And then they also sent over a facial treatment mask. It's one of those one-time usage sheet masks to put on the face. I'll test this out and either do sort of like a video while I'm testing it out and kind of include this in it and just do an overall video, or I might just test it out and take a picture on Instagram and write my thoughts below on that. So look for this if you guys are interested, and if you have any questions about it, you can go ahead and ask them now, and I'll try to remember to mention those in my post or in my video. Another skincare type item that I purchased was through Amazon, and they had a deal going. Well, I'm sure it's not just a deal, but they have a gift set from NUXE, and I love their lip balm, and I'm about halfway through mine, and I picked it up at Target in Hawaii over the summer, and my Target doesn't carry NUXE. So when I looked on the website, they had the NUXE lip balm, and then they also had 1.6 ounces of their oil. It's the multi-purpose dry oil for face, body, and hair. And then they also had their hand cream in this kit for $39, and I thought that was a really good deal. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up. I'm sure you all have like seen a lot of these items talked about though, so I was just really curious, and I thought that was a great deal to be able to try all three items and get another lip balm. Although I don't need more lip balm, but I just really love that one. I use it all the time. Alright, that was really hard to get out of the packaging, so I'm going to go ahead. It doesn't really smell like much. Let me... Is that enough? There we go. Oh, that's nice. I'm just putting it on my face. I'm going to the gym in a little bit, so it's fine if it does feel kind of nice. So I'm excited to get this. It almost has a slight coconut sort of scent to it, like a very suntan lotion sort of scent. So I'm excited to try that. And then also the hand and nail cream with honey, precious oils, and vitamin E. And it has a seal on it. And that's just a nice hand cream. So I think overall, I mean, it's nice. I really already like their lip balm. If you haven't tried their lip balm, it's very waxy and thick. So if you're looking for a very thick, protective lip balm, I think that's the way to go. Alright, so moving on, I got some other goodies. I did an order on Dermstore. They had a deal going on April Fool's for 30% off. It was so weird though, because they had that advertised secretly. I found out through, I think, Meg's Makeup 8. And then on their website, they had an April Fool's code as well for only, I think, 15 or 20% off, which I found to be really odd that they had 2 different codes for April Fool's going for 2 different amounts. So I thought that was really tricky. But with my 30% off, I did order this, and this is the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. I just wanted a setting powder that would leave my skin still looking glowy. So I picked this up. I got the shade Light. And when I swatch it, it looks very pearlescent on the skin. If I do like a thick, heavy swatch, it has a beautiful sort of pearlescent glow. But then when I dust it lightly all over the face, you can't really detect it. You don't see any shimmers or glitter or anything. It just looks like you have used a translucent powder on your face. So I think if you're not looking for anything crazy, but you still want to maintain some glow to your face and not like completely blank it out or just mattify it like too much, I think this might be a good option. But I was expecting it to be a little bit more like the Hourglass Ambient Lighting powders, because I find that this gives a really nice glow. And I was expecting something more along the lines of this, but I'm just going to try it out a little bit more, and I think I might appreciate it a little bit more in the summer when my skin feels less dry. I loved my Nordstrom Nude Cool eyeshadow palette so much. I think I mentioned it in my favorites. I'm pretty sure I did, yes. I love this so much that I went ahead and I purchased the new Nordstrom Now palette. And here it is. You can tell that I've used it a ton because there's like dust all around. But I love this. I already have like a go-to eye look out of it that I absolutely love. So I don't know. I just think everything about this palette is kind of perfect. I have nothing really bad to say about it. And I'll tell you the shades that it comes with. It comes with Gold Bit, Brulee, Bamboo, It's Personal, Buckwheat, Beigey, Wedge, Chains of Love, Coquette, Mystery, Love Smoke, Chic as Can Be, Fashion Beat, Magic Moor, and Black Tide. So the only repeat in this one from the other palette I just showed you is Black Tide, which is probably the only shade in each one that I probably won't even wear. But I'm really impressed with this. I really like all the shades, and I find if you had to choose between the both of them, I find that this one has the best mix of warm and cool, and I find I get a more complete eye look out of this one just because it does have that variety, because I do like to mix warm and cool on the eye. So I've been loving that, but I did pick that up at Nordstrom. They reduced the prices of those to $65. And then there's a website I had never heard of, but I was going through Blog Lovin', I guess like you do, and I saw where Novu Cheap had mentioned this, and it is the Guerlain Palette Terracotta, and it's still for sale on all the other websites that sell Guerlain for $70, but I got it for $19.99, or was it just $20? I don't know. But I got it for that price plus shipping, so after shipping it ended up being close to $30, but I still saved $40 off of it. But it's this little palette for cheeks and eyes, and you open it up. Yeah. There we go. And you get the bronzer in medium 03, and then I think this one is medium 05, a highlighter, and a blush. I mean, it is going to be really hard to get your blush brush into these, but if you use the one that came with it, which a lot of people don't, which I don't have much on my cheeks right now, so I'll play around with it and see. It fits in there just fine, so we'll see what it looks like, or how it applies on the cheeks. Yeah, like I think that's why they made it that way, but this isn't the greatest of blushes, so it's kind of annoying. Or, yeah. So you're going to want to, it's kind of pigmented, so I'm going to dust some off before I... And now that I look like a clown, I'm just going to go in and fix the edges with it. Yeah, that's way better. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the highlighter, and I think that's what they, because you kind of just apply the highlighter that up there anyway. And the highlighter's kind of a goldy sort of highlighter shade. But I think for travel, this would be nice because it comes with those things. And then also the highlighter and the blush also double as eyeshadows. They give you a little eyeshadow applicator like this as well. I don't know how much I'm going to be using the applicator, but I'll keep it in the packaging. But then also, I just like the fact that it comes with 2 different bronze shades. Sometimes I like to deepen the bronzer a little bit closer here, and then everywhere else a little bit lighter, so it's nice to have the option. I'm just going to go in, though, because I haven't used this yet. It has a nice fragrance, too, by the way, if you guys are curious. And then I'll go into the deeper shade right here and just apply it. Yeah, it just plays a little bit darker back there. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this. I've never tried a Guerlain bronzer before. The packaging is really nice, and you can't beat the price, especially when it's still retailing in stores right now for $70, like a Neiman Marcus and Saks and all those places. So I was really excited to get it. And I will leave that store linked below, and if they still have this in stock, I'll leave that linked below as well. But the website doesn't have a ton of beauty products that aren't like e.l.f. or something like that. It's so weird. It's almost like an outlet, an online outlet. So they had this along with some couple of other things that were considered to be high-end. It had, I think, Elizabeth Arden in there as well. And then they had a ton of fragrances. And I think that's what I'm going to go back for and look at are the fragrances, because they had some really great deals on those. The next item I picked up is also a blush item, and this is the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani blush palette. This was on clearance on the Sephora website for $30. Plus the VIB discount of 15%. So after tax and everything, I ended up paying $27 for this, which is not bad. Let me peel the thing off the mirror. I guess it doesn't matter. But you get 6 shades. I'm sure you guys have seen this a million times. But just a nice variety. Lo-Fi is more like, would be more like a bronzer to me. And it's a light bronzer though, so if you have light skin tone. So this is more like a bronzer. This is like a highlighter, the shade Angel. OC, let's see what this looks like. OC is like a duochrome. It's like, yeah, it's duochrome where it's a peach with a pink shift to it. And then Hush is like a soft nude. I would say a soft nude peach. Easy is a rose color with a gold shift. And then Cherry is a bright sort of baby pink. So I'm pretty impressed with these. I hadn't really played with this or swatched it before the video, but everybody else had been talking about it, and I thought that was a great deal, and I'm all about that blush. So I did order one more thing from the Sephora sale, but I haven't received it yet, so I'm going to go ahead and just tell you what it is, because it's not anything that I really need to swatch. But I've had my eye on the Jazz Club scent. Anyway, I've had my eye on that, and I didn't want to purchase the full size because my store never has it in stock, and I've never smelled it before. But I purchased, they finally got a travel spray, and I picked that up. So I'm going to test it out. Oh my gosh, my hair's so crazy. I'm going to test it out, and if it ends up being amazing, I will purchase the full size. But it has a lot of the notes and a lot of the things that I like in it, so I can't wait to get that. That's pretty much everything. A lot of the stuff, it seems like I got a lot, but a lot of the stuff I got on deep discount, on sale, and then also my birthday's coming up, so a lot of it is like treat yourself stuff. And also my mom got me a hammock, and I'll insert a picture of that here with my husband in it. I'm really excited about that as well. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more from me, and since I'm not like posting videos all the time, follow me on Instagram. I post almost every single day. And also, if you have any questions or comments or anything you want to chat about, just follow me on Instagram, message me on Instagram. I always get back really quickly on there, just because it's a lot quicker to get into Instagram and message that way than it is to do it through the YouTube way without getting on the computer. When I'm on my phone, it's a lot harder to do that. So anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!